Everyone, I'm Drax. This is Draxatron, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 4 of Let's Play Atomfall. I'm glad you're here and chose to visit, and I hope you'll enjoy today's adventure. Let's get into it, shall we? Now, last we left off, we had found out that Morris Wick, the proprietor of the general store, had been responsible for the death of that woman, Maisie, who was apparently snooping around on behalf of the vicar. Now that was one of, I believe, two possible ways one could get in the better graces of Captain Sims, and getting in the good graces of Captain Sims is the only way, as far as I know, that we could possibly get into the military prison in Skethermore without a bunch of trouble. And since, okay, that's the one already. And since that option is no longer around, the only other alternative we have is to possibly find out what the big deal is with the lady that runs the bakery. Now that was this one here. Captain Sims has suggested I investigate the Wyndham Village Bakery as he believes the baker is up to something. He wants me to report back to him with any evidence of suspicious activity. So let's hop in here. Take a look at this right quick.
Did you want something?
Did you guys hear that?
He did he? So well, like I said, you won't get nothing out of me.
Okay.
Bye now.
So she's not going to talk. We need to find some way of figuring out what's going on.
Beer at the pub tastes like sheep dip. Better than nothing,
Now, I might have been hearing things, but it sounded like there was some weird whispering coming from somewhere in the bakery when I was standing there talking to the baker. I hope that's not some kind of a sign that my character's losing his mind already, because that wouldn't be good.
State of this place. Leave tomorrow if we could.
Okay, here's the Wyndham Garage. What's this? Hey, spread out. Bakery bedroom key. Tina, I've been thinking about what you said. Your words were vicious, but I won't return the favor. Instead, I'm writing to beg for your compassion. My poor Philip isn't himself, it's true, but he's no danger to anyone. I know how the illness looks, but to call him a monster, to claim he attacked you, I won't believe it. He's been nothing but a loving husband to me. Don't listen to the protocol and their poison. Please, don't tell anyone about Philip. You know what they would do to him and the bakery. Iris.
I miss seeing John Mills at pictures. His right drew me.
Waiting for a bus that's never gonna come. It's a tiny little building. I wonder what they used it for. Okay, can't go anywhere there. Potatoes. I guess this must be the route to Skethermore. We're not going to go that way just yet, but
Citizens of Wyndham, we cannot guarantee your safety beyond the village.
let's see. Hang on a minute. Okay, that's the entrance to the interchange in Wyndham.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember, strangers may be dangers. If you encounter anyone who is unfamiliar...
Let's see, what other than the baker do we still have inside the village? I know Alf wants us to get messages from a pair of people in Skethermore. Captain Sims. That was that letter we found buried in that cache that was on those rocks in the creek near the sewer entrance.
Keep your nose clean.
I wonder if there's anything to this.
Hands away from any weapons, you. One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Orders be blown. Not sure I like the look of it.
Okay, I think this was, yeah, the little tea room. Can we get in without being spotted? If we can.
Keep it civilized. No troublemakers.
Everything gets torched. Boss wants the tea room sterilized, says there's corruption inside. We're to do a quick recce and grab anything that looks important, take it to the village hall. Everything else inside gets torched. That's the protocol. Alright then. Didn't nobody see me. June's key. Okay. Ouch. Break your leg, Drax. Okay. June's key. I think that was to a
What's going on with Nancy
box
and
in the
Aspel?
church.
Avoid Slattendale until the area is once again declared safe.
I know there was a second box somewhere. And I'm trying to remember if it was here. I know now that I think about it. I believe the only box up here was the Vickers box. Yeah. That was it. So, the only other place I can think of where there's a box needing a key is actually in the village hall, in that little space back of where Captain Sims hangs out. Alright, back down the hill we go.
Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are, in essence, treasonous and will be treated as such. Please.
Okay.
I miss seeing John Mills at pictures. He's right, truly.
Okay, that's not it. Aha, here we go. What do we got? June's errands. Orders for a protocol squad to sterilize the tea room mentioned that they took anything important to the village hall. Errands, visit the boathouse, plant flowers beneath the nearby ruins, stretches in an early night. Huh. Let's see where that leads us.
Citizens of Wyndham, the army is here to help and protect you. Trust us, help us will help you.
Do as you're told, right?
Right.
Behave yourself, Sibby.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so these are the ruins she was talking about. Aha.
Please, God, let the CO put me on the patrol roster. I can't stand this miserable shithole of a village much longer.
Okay, what have we got? June's diary and protocol secrets. Let's see what we've got here. I'm burying this so that whoever digs it up might dig up the truth too, and because it's too dangerous for me to know this anymore. Here's what I know of the protocol. We shouldn't be alive. Whatever disaster happened here, the protocol should have buried us all along with it. There was more to that atom plant than they told us. They meddled with the earth and understood naught. There was a safe room for only the most important barred employees to flee to if the protocol was enacted. I don't know who those people were, and after all these years, I don't know if anyone is still there, but I know where it is. Below is a scribbled map to a bunker in Skether Moor. That's protocol secrets. Now let's see what June's diary says. When I met Francis, it was just after he'd got his promotion. He was assistant technician in the lab that was making the robots. We had no idea those buggers existed at the time, of course. The scientists weren't really supposed to mix with us lot in the village. He told me an awful lot more than he should have in the year we shared together. He started to learn things, working under that Garrow woman in her lab. Okay, there's another mention of Dr. Garrow. They troubled him, and so I listened. I'm not sure where he was when it happened. In his lab, most likely. I just hope it was quick for him, for all of them. Us in the village weren't so lucky. I should probably regret having out to do with him and his government secrets, but do I hell. Okay. The wheels on that bus have been going round and round, haven't they? Okay, nothing that way. Got myself boxed into a little garden here. Alright. Let's see here. And that was the one in Scathermore. Alright. Now we've got to resolve what to do about the baker and her husband. Is it really that interesting, soldier? That's called gravel. Go this way. I don't care too much crossing paths with those big robots. Any more than I have to. Yeah, consider me addressed. Let me save this real quick. There it is again. Cornish pasty. What the hell? Holy shit. I'm staying away from him. Funny she didn't say anything about getting out from behind the counter. But okay. Alright. The bakery. You know, she's protecting her husband because he's infected and she knows what the protocol will do to him. But at the same time, if I have to go to Scathermore and if I have to get into that military base there, the last thing I want to have to do is try to shoot my way through a facility armed with, or full of armed guards and probably more than a couple of those great big robots. Be normal. The easiest way to get into the Scathermore prison camp, unfortunately for me, is to grass up the baker and tell Captain Sims.
I'm sure it is. I hope England nabs it.
Barring finding another way in. that doesn't involve having to get into a massive firefight with the entire British military in the area.
Citizens of Wyndham, a contaminated area has been reported in
Let me chew on that for a minute while I
Please stay away from
pursue a different route. Where is the one? Yeah, here. That's the one right here. Let's poke over to Slattendale and definitively try to find that interchange entrance location. And then we'll do the one in Casterfell Woods. I already... Hello? Operator.
You have secured an atomic battery. This is good. A miracle. You will require more atomic batteries. You will require them for the interchange.
It's almost as if Mr. Telephone was reading our mind when we said, let's go hunt for the interchange.
You are reminded that any building marked as sterilized is off limits prior to demolition. Trespass is a serious offense.
Keep it civilized. No troublemakers.
No trouble here, friend. All right.
You are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area you are entering is known to contain outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities. Remember, a warning shot is a wasted bullet. You have been warned.
Okay. All right, so... Actually, it's a lot closer than I thought it'd be. It's just on the other side of the train yard. I thought maybe it'd be on the other side of that flooded quarry. That's... Okay, there's some outlaws over there. So let's go this way. Up we get.
Don't go asking for trouble or you'll get it.
Sorry.
Off you go. Go.
Hands away from me.
Don't be daft. Nobody wants trouble.
No, I don't want trouble. Just passing through.
Off with you, or you'll be sorry. Can't go this way. There's something. There's no one here.
No, there's no one here.
Nice and slow now. Let's have no trouble. Keep your eyes open. I heard something. Stay sharp. Don't want any more surprises.
What have we got here? This must be it. B3. Aha! So this is the Slattendale
The interchange is under quarantine. Please vacate the premises for your own safety.
Okay, thanks. So this is the Slattendale entrance to the interchange. All right.
Warning, the interchange is under quarantine. Please vacate the premises for your own safety.
Well, let's go ahead and open the door, I guess, since we're here.
Access denied. Unauthorized personnel may not, under any circumstances, enter the... Access granted. The interchange.
That's one hell of a door. Oh, and we're trespassing. Bats. Get away. Killer bats. That one flew straight into the rock. Isn't that magical? I'm sure it was just an accident. Ah, you little... Get out of here. Alright then. Oh, what do we got? All right then. Your work here is vital. It is also secret. Box clever. Keep mum. And this door. Side office key. One of a multitude of keys. Medical. Quarantine. That does not work. Robotics. Also under quarantine. Also without power. Main facility, take off work boots. Oh boy. Oh. Glue. No power to that card reader either. Oberon. Something down there. What is that? Oh. Authorized personnel only. This one has power.
Access granted. Central processor.
Ooh. Fancy. Hey, there's another one of those atomic batteries. I think. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Everything depends upon the interchange. It must live again.
All right then. Strange telephone operator called me inside the central processor of the interchange. Its words were cryptic. It told me the interchange must live again and then Oberon must die. All right then. So I wonder...
Interchange bootstrap system online. Activated infrastructure. Assessing. Data stores offline. Central processor offline. Facilities offline. Project sectors offline. Please re-establish atomic power from data stores to central processor at your earliest convenience.
Okay, so I'm assuming the first light represents access to each of the data stores. The second light represents power to the data stores. The third light represents their uplink to the central processor. Okay. None of these doors work, so well, let's just cut off from the other data stores. The damn fool is messing around in the central processor. No word from the outside for 2 days, and they all start acting like madmen. I don't trust him, and I don't like him. We'll be cut off from the other data stores if he has his way. Maybe you'll have better luck talking him around. The only other route to those data stores is from the outside, through the quarantine doors. Who knows how many weeks they'll keep those sealed for. They'll evacuate us soon. We can't afford to let this place go to the dogs in the meantime. Well, friend, I'm sorry to say, it kind of went to the dogs anyway. And I did not search him. Configured for quarantine. We're enacting a full quarantine protocol. Oberon's secret might be the end for this facility, but it wouldn't do to have the blood of the whole country on our hands. Jesus, what have they got down here? Without an atomic battery in each data store, the sectors of the interchange will seal themselves off. I've already tinkered with the data connections to the central processor, so without my device, they'll shut themselves off too. That way, Oberon and the Windscale plant will be locked away where no one needs to disturb them again. The place is configured for quarantine. You simply need to pull the plug. The others won't like being locked in, but the protocol must be followed. It might be worth sealing yourself in just in case. DG. 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 Dr. Garrow, I'm willing to bet. And she has a device that will apparently allow us to get into the data stores and to install atomic batteries in those areas. Oh. Oh, thank you. That was nice. Now this door and that door have power. Well, since we're here, okay, what have we got here? The interchange. I found data store Delta inside the interchange. It is currently offline and requires an atomic power source. Okay. Right. From the other side. Well, this was quite the operation, wasn't it? No power. I'm leery to go down in that water because it looks funny. So instead, what's this here? Battery request at the Scathermore Depot. 30th August 1957. Douglas, get a battery across to the Scathermore Vehicle Depot, will you? They want to get a modified tank running, if you can believe it. I don't see why we'd need to worry about mobilizing any military here. I'll draw you a map to the personnel hatch. It's a little discreet. Scribbled map marks the location in the Scathermore region. Okay. So that explains those little boxes on the hoods of all the vehicles I saw in that one bunker at the start of the game. All of the vehicles could run off of atomic batteries. Well, we have a battery, so let's stick it in here and see what happens. Pop that in there. Well.
Power restored in data store Delta computation. Quarantine has been lifted in this sector. Access granted to robotics facility.
Well, if that water wasn't electrified before, it is most definitely
Status
electrified
report.
now.
Computation complete. Oberon scattering data. Garrow Cooper model. Fit succeeded with high statistical significance.
But how would you get up there? Run and jump? I probably could, but I don't know if I'd be that lucky. Data store D storeroom key. Oh my. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's go back upstairs. I'm not tussling with one of those robots. Not without some heavier firepower. I've got an entire cavern down here. Oberon. There's the central processor. Now where does this door go, I wonder? Okay, the same one that goes to robotics. You are here. Crane control room keycard. Okay, we came in from Casterfell, or not Casterfell Woods, Slattendale, sorry. Construction zone. Okay. I wonder if anything changed up here. Let's go look at the board. Okay. There's 2 green lights. I guess when you throw this switch, these 4 lights on the end here will turn green. So Delta's up and running. Now we'll have to go run down a few more of those atomic batteries. Let's go take a look in Charlie here before we move on. What? Oh, glass tumbler. Spare batteries at the dam. 3rd December 1956. Garrow denied my request, of course, but I've heard of some spare batteries over at the dam that we might be able to get our hands on. Could you pick them up for me, Douglas? You know the way, into Casterfell Wood and head north. Alright, that's that fancy Victorian-looking dam that I saw when I was in Casterfell Wood on the last episode. Well, while this one's not active, no power. Probably nothing down here, but since this one's not got a floor full of water, it doesn't hurt to look. What's this? Button. Okay, no power to that button, so no point in pushing it. Oh, hello. Data store C storeroom key. Well, that's a tongue twister. And there's the storeroom for when we find a battery to power the place. Okay. Guess until we have a way of getting those things under friendly control, we've got to go the long way around.
Let's have no trouble. Let's just calm down, eh? No need for violence. Anyone out there?
You've got to be kidding me.
Turn around and go away, piece of cake, is it? Aye, that's good.
Let's see how you like.
Damn it. Ah, you bastards. I should have known opening the interchange door would bring the outlaws in. Okay. Where are we right now? Okay, this is the Charlie one, so we'll head back. Maybe if I stay under cover for a minute, those turrets might...
Steady now.
Uh-oh.
Nice and easy now.
That's your luck for the dead. You're right.
Should have done that to begin with, I guess.
Silly fool. They started. Yeah, you tell him.
Let's have a look-see, eh?
Sure, get in closer where that gun can see you.
Oh, you're for it now. That's right, you git. I'll go see what's what.
Best investigate.
Best to have a look for him.
They're trying to get away. Right,
I've got
let's
first
see
pick
what's
of the
what.
loot.
Well, I guess those two aren't going anywhere.
Ever coming here?
We just...
Maybe that'll draw them out.
You're for it now.
Aha.
Put a bullet in ya.
Oh, come on. Stop your knife. Reloading now.
Well, that was exciting. All right, now that we've gotten the interchange open from this end, damn outlaws. And I've pretty much made up my mind. I'm afraid I don't want to have to fight every squatty in Scattermore, so I'm going to have to grass up the bakery lady to Captain Sims. It's the easiest way to get access without getting into a fight that I pretty much guarantee I will not make it out of. And besides, I know it's her husband, and I am sorry that it's her husband. But if whatever's wrong with him is even half as remotely dangerous as whatever this all seems to be is, yeah, I don't want to be the one responsible for all of Wyndham falling victim to it, I guess is the best way to say it. I don't like saying it that way. And I'm not saying that Captain Sims is 100% good. But something's clearly going on
Wyndham Village is under the
that is
authority of the
super
quarantine.
dangerous. And the best thing to do is
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required for work details on
try to,
Behave yourself, Sibby.
I guess, nip it in the bud, to use a phrase from a letter that I picked up in a previous episode. Yeah, see these big trucks, like it's right here, these big trucks, they need 2 atomic batteries. Eugh.
Not sure I like the look of you.
Sorry about that. Hello?
This is the transaction. Oberon must die. If Oberon is dead, then the way out will open. You will awaken as if from a nightmare. This sequence is assured.
Let's see what they say to this.
If Oberon is dead, then the way out will open. Others have and will offer you escape. To follow their advice is at best optimistic, at worst foolish. Be careful. Trust only me.
Here's another dangerous phrase. The voice on the telephone has told me that if Oberon dies, a way out of the quarantine zone will open. Okay. Well, we at least know Dr. Garrow is at the Scathermore prison facility. Without permission. Can't go near her. Prove my loyalty to the protocol. Now, the voice on the telephone did intimate that there were others that would offer me escape. And I can only guess or surmise from what little I know so far that it looks like, aside from the voice on the telephone, that very likely Dr. Garrow is one of those options. Mother Jago, Joyce Tanner, Captain Sims, possibly. We'll find out as we go along, I suppose. Now, there are spare batteries that we know of in 2 places. 3, actually. 4, counting the... See, there's the Druid fortification, the castle in Casterfell Woods, Molly on Slatten Dale, the dam in Casterfell Woods, and the old vehicle depot in Scathermore. So that's 4 batteries that we know of. I know we're at least going to need 3 more for the other data stores in the interchange, because that one that we powered up was Delta, and then Charlie was just down the hall, so it can only be assumed Alpha and Bravo are somewhere else.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember, strangers may be dangers. If you encounter anyone who is unfamiliar to you, report their presence as soon as possible to the controlling authority. Your vigilance can save lives.
Keep it civilized. No troublemakers.
No trouble here. I'm kind of just burning time while I still turn over that choice in my head.
The woods are Request an escort at the village hall.
Somebody left themselves a chair here. They say, sit down. Well, here we go. Let's poke around, scatter more just a little bit. Six markers added to map. Protocol Workshop. Brinsop Manor Ruins. Nora's Barn. Greenhouses. A vehicle depot. And the Protocol Camp. Well, since this one's the nearest, let's...
You are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is
Oh.
no longer responsible for your safety. If you approach any military areas in the
It
area...
looks like one of those robots was having some flamethrower fun. All right. Welcome inside, open to traders on all items, no stealing. Right, no stealing. Ugh. So what do we got up here then? Trader camp. Pull your neck in. Bootsy, you need to pull your neck in, mate. Me and the lads are very grateful for the supplies you acquired for us, but the black market goods that the commander found during the last search of the village got right up his arse. He's asking a lot of questions about where it's all coming from, and we can only cover for you for so long. Might be a good idea to keep things a bit quiet for a week or two. All right. Bootsy.
Hello. I've not seen you before, have I?
Oh, and here's Bootsy.
Welcome. Right, I've got a quick question for you. It might seem a bit blunt, but I've learned it avoids confusion later. You're not going to try and kill me, are you? Excellent answer. I can see we're going to get along like an house on fire. You're new around here, aren't you? Bootsy never forgets your face. And I haven't seen yours before. And you're not in uniform, which means you're not one of us army lads. Protocol now, that's what we go by. Well, this region you're in is our land for a start. We took over an old RAF place. Good and secure. We see off any threats from there. Take warning now. Outlaws have tried it on in the past. And it's made the patrols here in Skedamore a bit trigger happy. If your plans to wander about, be careful. Soldiers won't tell you from the next bugger, and they'll shoot before they ask. Now then, if it's supplies you're after, then Bootsy's your man. I'm Corporal Bootsy, by the way. Hello. I can get my hands on stuff for trade that the folks in the village can't.
Let's see what he's got. Okay, so he's got some... useful items. This right here especially allows firearms mastery skills to be purchased. I don't know if I have anything I could really trade for it at the moment though, unless... unless I trade one of my shotguns, maybe. Let's see what happens. Too heavily in my favor, huh? Well...
Have you got anything more up my street?
Well, it don't look like it at the moment.
Yeah, but everywhere's dangerous in the zone. The trick round here is to stay away from our outposts, then you should be alright. There's our camp, of course, and then the special detachment is garrisoned in a commandeered RAF bunker. Well, the flyboys weren't using it, so why not? Steer well clear of both of those spots. I'll mark them for you. See you around, chum.
Okay, so there's the special protocol garrison. We'll stay away from that, but we'll see if we can find Nora at the barn. Good times. I guess we'll follow this main road here for the time being. Hello? Aha. Ooh. Oh, I already learned that. That's right. I learned it and found that recipe yesterday. Oops. Right then. I guess we'll put you back where we found you then. Oh, there's another telephone box. Hello? Hello?
This land looks safe. This land is not safe. You should be cautious in this land. This land may kill you.
I think the same could be said about any of the areas we're in. Whether it's here, Slatendale, Casterfell Wood, or even the village. Alright, let's look. Okay, got a bit of walking. Oh, I could mark that so that I have a bit of a lead. And there's a whole mess of soldiers over there. Eee. What keeps making that sound? Okay, I think we're on the... yeah. That barn should be on this hill here. Let's just hope that Nora doesn't shoot first and ask questions later. Ripped apart. Stay away from barn. Last lot who went up there were executed and dumped in pond. If you spot any protocol patrols in the area, let Arthur know. Someone has added a scribbled note. Weren't protocol. Those lads were ripped apart. Jesus, what? Well, whatever was in there, they definitely don't want us getting in now. Okay. Nora's barn.
Hello? Someone there? Who the hell are you? No sort of moves or I'll shoot you dead. Who told you I was here? Who sent you? Alf sent you, did he? Well, if he vouches for you, that'll have to do. I'm guessing he wants his message, eh? Right, here's the message. Get that to him as soon as you can. You're not from round here at all, are you? This must be very strange to you. I won't ask where you came from, but I do want to know what you'd intend. Do you know? Most folk round here like to live in ignorance. So you one up on them. Maybe we've got a bit of common ground between us after all. Look, we got off on the wrong foot. Half the strangers out there would kill you for your shoes as soon as look at you. So I have to be careful. My name's Nora. Used to live in the village. But put that army captain's nose out of joint by answering back. Now I try to help the villagers out from here. I can trade if you have out worth selling. Aye. I know something about that. Been poking round here long enough, haven't I? There's a big old bunker called the Interchange that those boffins built. The soldiers get proper excited about that one. I know there's a door in the army camp to the south of here. I also know they'll kill you before you get within spitting distance of it, any road. I heard it's locked up tight as a bank vault. You'll never get in. Believe you me, I'd give me eye teeth to know what was going on in there, but it might as well be on moon.
I don't know if I want to say that. I really don't. Yeah, we'll leave it for now.
Watch your back out there.
Actually, hang on a minute, Nora.
Back again.
Aha. She does have an atomic battery. I will
Bit of
have to
advice
remember
for you.
that.
While you're here, Skethermore isn't what you'd call friendly. Down in Wyndham, the soldiers will leave you be, seeing as how you're a stranger. But out here, it's dog eat dog. There's folk round here that'll kill you for the sweat on your brow, so watch yourself. Watch your back out there.
Watch your foot right there. Don't fall in that root cellar. Okay. To Alf, Grindle's Head, Wyndham, 7 shipments, 8 items, 8 days. My last offer in. Okay, so The other message Alf wants is over here in the greenhouses. But I can't go that way because that's close to that protocol garrison. So I'll have to go around the back. Okay. There's one of those big flamethrower robots down there. Hello.
This is the operator. Do you require my assistance? This place does not yield secrets easily. The truth lies hidden. You must locate all the interchange doors.
Alright. Well, we have a lead. There's the rumored location of the interchange entrance here in Skethermore. We know where the one in Slattendale is. We have a good idea where the one in Casterfell Wood is, and I'm almost 100% certain, though I may yet still be wrong, that I know where the entrance in Wyndham Village is. So, since we've got to go up and over to avoid that protocol encampment, since we're not exactly trusted yet, we'll head up this. Uh-oh. Who's this then? Nobody else could. Nobody else could hear it ringing. I should never have answered that bloody telephone. I should have known something was wrong when nobody else could hear it ringing. Now I can't help but answer them. If I don't, then I might miss my chance. I must not miss my chance. Oh boy. Well, all right then. Oh. Now this, I think I know what this is. Someone mentioned it once before. I believe this was Last of the Summer Wine. I think it was the episode Stop That Boff. Auntie Wainwright wanted Foggy, Norman, and Compo to help bring in a new tub. I guess they didn't make it, bless them. Oh man. Oh. Let's see if we can get ahead of those outlaw wankers, since they're over there whistling about the wheels on the bus going round and round, round and
Let's
round.
just calm down, right? No need for bloodshed. Is
And
that
go over there and jump in that mutated hornet's nest or whatever that is, while I nose around in the ruins of this old house. This old house. It's one of my dad's favorite home improvement shows back in the day. I think it's still on the waves. Are these the greenhouses? Hey! Okay, so... oh, geez. Is this... yep, this is Eric. Eric Whitaker. Eric's message for Alf. Let's have a look-see. To Alf, Grindle's Head Wyndham, I've heard you're looking for some valuable tools. My best price is £39 for 3 shipments. E. Okay. Potatoes. What's this? A grenade. Okay, either of those ways will end us up brushing close to that protocol camp. And... oh, what's this? Oh, I see somebody down there too. Probably somebody's shooting at something. We won't go down there. Looks like that little group of outlaws ran afoul of some really pissed off crows. Not the way I'd want to go. But if it keeps them out of my way, I'm grateful. Alright. Now that we've got Alf's messages, let's go back to Wyndham. Kind of sucks in a way, because I don't know any other way to get into that Skethermore facility where Dr. Garrow is being held without having to shoot the entire place up, which would not end well for me at all. So it looks like I have no other choice but to grass up the baker about the state of her husband going the wrong way. And I can always take a different route on a different playthrough, but on this one, let's just go with it and see what happens. I lost the... and that was my doing. I lost the easier opportunity to get on Captain Simms's good side by ending up having to kill Morris Wick, the shopkeep at the hardware store. I could have told the captain about him and just left it be. And he possibly would have... oh. No, Mr. Robot. I'm not here to fight you. Jesus. Yeah, see, that right there is part of why I'm thinking I do need to get in good with Captain Sims, because these people are part of his unit. She's no Merlin. Dan, in case you don't get a chance for a dry run, a few notes on handling. The shielding the Boffin's installed is heavy. She steers like a cow. Consider your maneuvers well in advance. Compounding this is the new egg. It's powerful, but isn't as responsive as you might like. She's no Merlin, put it that way. Expect a second between shifting the throttle and the clutch finding out about it. Good luck. I hope you make it inside. Digby. It surely wasn't the Must have been a different flight of people tried to get in at some point, and I guess that interference field people keep talking about brought the helo down. Well, all right then. Okay. Well, if that note I found on that dead body a little while ago is anything to be believed, that would explain why no one else but me reacts to the phone ringing. You wonder who that is on the other side of the line. I say who. It could be more than one who using that voice scrambler to hide their true voice. No way of knowing, at least not yet. Here's a pair of squatties on patrol. He's carrying a pistol. Okay.
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required for work details on Scathamore.
Not sure about
Work
you.
out to help out.
Sorry about that. Yeah, under less unpleasant circumstances, living in a village like Wyndham would probably actually be kind of nice. Quieter and less rushed than the city life. But again, that would have to be contingent on there not being a big accident at a nuclear or atomic facility. Well, let's go see Al first, shall we?
Keep your nose clean.
Well, I haven't been rooting around in the mud, so... Alf.
Welcome back. Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant. Knew you'd get it done. I'm glad you found Nora. She can be a bit of a knout, but she's a lifeline for us in the village. I don't know what we'd do without her. How's my contact in Scathamore? Been a while since I heard from him, truth be told.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Dead? Oh no. Poor bugger. He were a good un. And a few of them protocol lads, you could still say that about. You know, he were one of them ordered to stop that civilian convoy. The one that's just wreckage up on the Scathamore Road. Oh, don't think he ever forgave himself for that. Been a helping hand for us ever since. I really appreciate all you've done. These messages are more important than you might realise. Let's just say you've given the village a chance to, well, speak up for itself. Here, take this, and thanks.
Go. I did not do that. It just came flying out of nowhere.
Keep your bloody voice down. Nothing brings the soldiers down on you faster than talking about that. Yeah, I heard rumours of it, but I can't see it out more than that.
Okay.
You helping me with those messages is a fair trade, I suppose. All right, let's talk. One of them scientists, in particular, used to come to drinking here. Before it all went arse upwards, that is. He liked his ale, that fella. And ale made him chatty. He told me he worked in something called the Interchange. Never said quite where it were, but he used to stagger off towards the substation round the back of here. So that might be worth a deco. See you around.
Okay. Well, that's the substation that I saw earlier that's marked on the map as the rumored location, but the one time I did go kind of close to it, it looked like it had a soldier or two within the fence patrolling, so...
Strangers may be dangers. If you encounter anyone who is unfamiliar to you, report their presence as soon as possible to the controlling authority. Your vigilance can save lives.
I know exactly how many steps it takes to get from the lake edge to the top of the village. I'm going mad. I know it.
Let's see here. So yeah, Sims mentioned it. And now Alf mentions it. So locate all the interchange doors.
Citizens of Wyndham, if you or any of your friends or family show signs of corruption, report it immediately. Caught early, the contagion can be painlessly...
So I know there's one over here in Casterfell Woods. We'll go and look at that right quick.
Do as you're told, right?
Right.
Keep your nose clean.
Citizens of Wyndham, we cannot guarantee your safety beyond the village palings. Do you have a good reason to leave the village?
Okay, one more thing. Now that interchange entrance is right over here.
You are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for
And there it
your
is.
safety.
Question is, who's lurking about? Or like that one outlaw said yesterday, who's sneaking round? Oh, well, I guess we're going to climb this ladder out anyway. Nothing up here. But yeah, this is that area I saw on the map yesterday that I'm assuming is the outskirts of the village. The one part that they couldn't secure for whatever reason. Or just decided not to, or possibly had to abandon later. Who knows? Okay. Well, here we are. The interchange. Oh. There's one, two,
Let's take
three,
it. Don't be daft. Nobody
sure.
wants trouble. Don't do anything stupid, friend. I think it might have come from
Back
over
here.
Come on then, you are bloody right.
Ouch.
Reloading.
Okay. Oh, there they are. No, don't need a spike club. You wouldn't play with a gorilla, would you? Do not play with the robots. Oh, hello. Ah. Don't think I need any more shotgun ammo. Rifle ammo. Okay, so here we go with another interchange entrance. Let's see, can I pop anything in here that's going to... try to... maybe with just one more row of inventory space. It'd be easier. Okay. Right. Well, no, I guess I'll... damage resistance reduce it. Okay. No, we'll hold off on that for now. For now. Scrap. Rifle ammo. Shotgun ammo.
Access denied. Unauthorized. Access granted. The interchange.
All right then. Open the door. What horrors and wonders await me?
Hello? The instrument's just registered an emergency access. Whoever's in here, I mean you no harm. This is Joyce Tanner. I was part of the investigation team on Convoy 5. And, well, I don't know how you got into this place, but it's bloody marvelous. I'm in Data Store Charlie. Get to me if you can.
How did you get in here? You were in that bunker on the other end of the wood in the last episode, and now miraculously Joyce Tanner appears to have... okay, so either she come in through the other way, I don't know, but how she got in here ahead of me is damn if I know. Power supply report, March 1953. Power supply, the hydro... oh, hello. There's a nest in here. Jesus. Rats for days. I hate rats. Hold still, you little cuss. Round and round and round we go. Okay, last one. Jesus. Damn rats. To be free of the voices. Here we go with this again. 12th November 1957, 23 days since the quarantine. Second air vent is showing the growth now. Still unsure of its origin. There is a blue glow emanating from store Alpha, but all doors remain sealed. 179, maybe, days since the quarantine. Emergency supplies low, continuing to await rescue. Heard voices from store Alpha, impossible. Growth present in many corners, not pleasant but palatable. I heard her. The voices chatter and murmur, but Helen's was amongst them. Isn't she dead? Isn't everyone dead? But her voice was so loud. It spoke of the spot where we used to swim, our moonlit escapes. She wants to be free of the voices too. A location has been repeatedly circled on a map of Casterfell Woods at coordinates 24-7 east, 85-6 north. Let's see here. Right. Okay, so there's the Slatendale entrance. There's the Casterfell Woods entrance. So there is Wyndham Village, and I'm guessing one of these down here is Skether, maybe both is Skethermore. Okay. Oh, shut the door on myself. Okay. No getting in there. Main reception, no power. Wait a minute. She's in here, I think. Which means I'll have to go back in through the Slatendale door in order to get to her, but I'll need another atomic battery first. Yep, Wyndham Village. Well, at least this one was the least well, the second least complicated to get to. The one in Wyndham Village is literally right there on the hilltop. Village outskirts. Okay. Citizens of Wyndham.
Citizens of Wyndham, any attempt to interfere with the proper functioning of protocol patrol robots will be viewed as an act of sedition. Always beware the saboteur.
It's really hard to know. If I had to guess, and I'm only guessing at this point, I'm at least aware of 4 possible routes to go as far as who to believe. 5, if you count the voice on the telephone. There's Captain Sims, Mother Jago, Joyce Garrow, Joyce Tanner, and Dr. Garrow. And then, of course, the voice on the telephone. Might be more, but who knows at this point. I've still a few things yet to be found, I'm quite sure. And to be honest, each of the people that you interact with directly that seems to have useful information is literally every one of them's got something off about them, though for wildly differing reasons. It's hard to say.
Citizens of Wyndham, the army is here to help and protect you. Trust us and help us to help you. Follow the protocol.
So really, I'm not sure.
Nobody wants any trouble. Should open their bloody eyes. That's all, because trouble's all we've got.
He was on about that. Okay.
The citizens of Wyndham, you are reminded that any building marked as sterilized is off limits prior to demolition. Trespass is a serious offense.
Mother Jago is barmy. That much is obvious. She's one of the soil talks people. Joyce Tanner, I don't know. She was in that bunker. She somehow survived the truck she was riding in that convoy going off of a bridge that was pretty high up in the air, if she was even on it to begin with.
Man's stupid. They're all stupid.
And then Dr. Garrow, we haven't found her yet. She's locked up in that prison in Scattermore. Don't know what to think of her. And then Captain Sims and the mysterious voice on the telephone. The tangled web. But for sake of simplicity, when it comes to at least finding this Dr. Garrow, whom I'm obviously going to have to go looking for,
Citizens of Wyndham, we cannot guarantee your safety beyond the village.
because the more I see and hear, the more I'm starting to wonder if part of why Captain Sims does what he does isn't because he's scared of something. I mean, he's obviously uneasy talking about whatever the hell went on at Windscale. Oh, wait a minute. Before we make a final decision, time for tea, time for tea. Ah, there we go. Much better. I wonder, though... Yeah.
Report anything suspicious you find, and we can see about perhaps coming to terms, you and I.
I'm going to go this route for this playthrough, just to see what happens.
Yes, what is it?
Oh. I wonder what would happen with this.
Is that so? I wasn't expecting you to come up empty-handed, I must admit. Very well. You'll just have to keep sniffing elsewhere. Every one of these villages has something to hide, I'm sure of it.
Don't be too paranoid, Captain. Okay, so that didn't quite work, so let's back up to where we first come in the door and just be straight up with it. For a moment, I thought maybe I could spare her and he'd still...
Report anything suspicious you find, and we can see about perhaps coming to terms, you and I. Yes, what is it? Infected? You mean to say contaminated by that vile blue muck? And she would keep him hidden and endanger the whole village? Good Lord. I'll send someone over immediately.
No going back now.
Now do you see why this place is under military discipline? I fought rebels in the Malayan jungle, and let me tell you, that was positively genteel in comparison to this wretched village. You can hardly call them English hereabouts anymore. Something in the land here is corrupting them all.
Mm-hmm.
You've done the right thing coming to me. It's vital this sort of thing's nipped in the bud before it spreads.
We'll be pragmatic.
It can be tricky to tell right from wrong out here, but you seem to have the right spirit. Your assistance is appreciated. I shan't forget it. I'm willing to extend the hand of friendship to you, which would include giving you access to our camp at Skethermore.
Ah.
With us on the same side, if a chance for leaving this zone comes, I can promise you a good chance of seeing the outside. To be blunt, as a stranger, you're in a perfect position to help me with a delicate matter.
Let's see what this is all about.
We recently arrested a certain Dr. Garrow.
Ooh.
One of the scientists from the research site. She contrived to escape the zone before the walls went up, but rather unexpectedly returned as part of a military convoy. More fool her. Dr. Garrow is dangerous, very clever, and egotistical enough to believe herself a magnitude cleverer yet. She's refused to tell us anything, and I refuse to stoop to Gestapo methods to force her. But a new face like yours, well, perhaps she'll talk to a stranger who plainly isn't beholden to the protocol. When Garrow arrived, she demonstrated an ability to meddle with the barred machinery we've commandeered. Specifically, she disabled our camp's automatic security system and began to poke around where she wasn't welcome. It was an hour before we found her, trying to get access to one of the old barred bunkers. Who knows what damage she might have caused had she found a way inside. She left us no choice but to take her into custody, isolated in solitary confinement, where she can't play her tricks. My men claim she muttered some incantation, and that caused the gun turrets to shut off. I don't believe in such nonsense as magic, but when she was captured, all they found on her was a broken radio. And now I don't know what to think. So you see, I need to know how she did it. what trick she uses to disable our machines. I trust you'll do your best. Our arrangement will depend on your success, naturally. Here, this pass will give you free passage throughout the Skethermore camp. The soldiers on guard will allow you into the prison section, too. All the way to Garrow's cell. Learn what you can and return here. Be sure to report to me in person. But be warned. One hint of betrayal, and that pass will not save you. I hope I make myself clear. Good day to you. Stay out of trouble, eh?
Captain Sims has requested I go to the protocol prison in Skethermore and speak to a prisoner there, Dr. Garrow. While I'm there on his orders, the protocol in Skethermore will let me pass unless I attack them. He wants to know how she is bypassing their electronic security and believes she's more likely to talk to an outsider about it. Well, all right.
Attention! The site of the recent patrol robot malfunction is off-limits to all citizens. Remember, radiation is the invisible killer.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like and consider subscribing so you'll see my future videos. If you have any questions, comments, or constructive criticisms, please leave a comment below, and as always, I will see you on the next episode. Cheers.